drive.
And good evening and welcome to a special edition of Rocket League on Twitch. My name is Landon Jepson alongside Colin Brandt for tonight's matchup, semifinal matchup between Defiance College out of Toledo, Ohio versus your Wartburg Knights in the Division 7 Midwest NECC semifinal matchup. Colin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, you know. Glad to be back behind the camera again, or in front of the camera, as they say. I'm looking forward to a good game tonight between the Wartburg White and Defiance.
But yeah, you know, looking at this team, Colin, what can you see with this Defiance squad coming in 7-0 into this matchup, undefeated? So it's going to be a tough task for the Knights today.
Yeah, so as I think Defiance was on the other side of the league this entire time. So we have never seen Defiance. We've never seen them play. Looking just at their ranks, they don't seem like they compare to us, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's not all about ranks. It's also about how you play as a team. And in threes, that's super important. Rotations, you know, and just making sure that you're playing well on defense.
I completely agree. And you look at that Wartburg squad, Lewis and Clark, who played well a lot with you last year, and a lot of those matchups. Then you've got Crab, and then you've got Setsky tying it down. Those three. It's gonna be a really cool matchup. But just like you said, I'm super excited to get back on the mic. The last time we were on the mic, it's almost been a month already.
Yeah.
But you know, shout out to Chris Guerrero, who is our tech guy, man. I don't know how he does it, but some of the graphics that he has are unreal. You know, looking at this semifinals now, you've got Watanabe versus Carroll University out of Wisconsin, and then Defiance once again out of Ohio, and then your Wartburg Knights out of little small town Waverly, Iowa, competing with a lot of these big schools. You know, you saw in those quarterfinal matchups, Northwestern up in Sioux City, Iowa, beat Washington, swept them. Carroll with a close 3-2 victory over Doane in the quarterfinals. Defiance sweeping the UNI Panthers, and then Wartburg sweeping Saginaw Valley State. So semifinal matchups, huge from both of these matchups starting at 7:30. Carroll the 4 seed and Washington the 8 seed, and then Defiance the 2 and Wartburg the 3. So Colin, looking at these teams, it's really balanced. You know, we see the different ranks and stuff, but we're going to get going right here towards this. But what have you seen from this squad from the Knights?
Yeah, you know, what I've seen from them just on the practice side is that they're really determined on playing well as a team and not so playing much as a separate unit. I think it's important for them to communicate, which they have been doing a lot better at, and also just like their mechanics of the overall game. You know, Crab has put a lot of work in on his mechanics. Lewis and Clark has put a lot of work on his mechanics as well.
We're just getting starting in 30 seconds in, and with it being in the playoffs now here in Division 7, it is a best of 7. Regular season would just be a regular best of 5. So with playoffs now in effect, the best of 7 is in effect, so and it gives a lot of different more opportunities. What has been your difference been playing in the difference between best of 5 and best of 7?
Best of 7s are, in my opinion, better than best of 5s. I don't think best of 5s can define a whole entire series. You know, there's been times in best of 7s when you go down 3-0 and you can come back and win.
And Wartburg getting on the board first. Crab 1-0 with a nice, wow, Lewis and Clark honestly setting that one up off the board, then Crab flying in to get that goal. Knights now up 1-0 early here. Not even a minute in. This Knights offense right off the bat. Great start. 50-50 right at the start here. You're in game 1, just a minute down here. Looking at some of these. What can you see? You know, looking through a lot of these players for Defiance, the General is one guy that really sticks out among a lot of them for ranking-wise.
Yeah, the General is their best player with the highest rank of a Champ 2. He was recently Champ 3 this season. You know, he's probably going to be their go-to guy to always push the ball down the field and, you know, make that play, make that pass, as he is doing right here. And it did not compete. But, so how Journal works is he'll probably most likely always be the one with the ball going towards the corner, going towards the backboard, creating the opportunities for his teammates.
Completely agree. And then you've got a couple others. We got CCG Pandas for Defiance as well. We're currently ranked standard 3v3 at 1,214. Champ 1 Division 3 here in ranked standard. Oh, great defensive start for the Knights. Oh, just off the side here. You're just joining us. We've got Defiance in blue and Wartburg in the Wartburg College orange here tonight. 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here. Crab with an early score with 4 minutes and 2 seconds for the Knights here in game one. So Knights defense has been very well, and you know, we've seen Defiance on the attack early, but just cannot get things together here at the start. Setsky, one shot here in game one. Then we see a demo there by Defiance, and nice clear that by Lewis and Clark. But Yusetsky with a nice shot, a wide open goal. Wartburg now leads 2-0. Great shot there, Colin.
And it all comes from that demo right there by Setsky to open to open up that play. That's why that goal was so open. That third man was pushed up so far is because General was too busy being respawned.
You heard it, and you know we've got Lewis and Clark coming into this at a 1,343 score in his ranked double 2v2s, and then his ranked standard 3v3s is rating in the top 4%. Champ 1 Division 4 for him. And then you look at Yurtsetsky at 1,130 and his ranked standard 3v3s in the top 7% at a Champ 1 Division 2. So, you know, we've seen a lot of these divisions, but, you know, with this Defiance squad, we're seeing a lot of Champ 1. So, you know, Lewis and Clark in the general are comparable score-wise and stuff. But, Colin, what is the main way your score goes up and down points-wise, whether it be 2v2 or 3v3?
It's based off wins and losses. There's nothing else to it. It doesn't matter how you play in the game. When you play online ranked games, it depends at the end of that time when the scoreboard, either you're up or you're down, and that's how it goes. It can fluctuate from any time between 15 going up and down, or all the way down to 8 up and down. It just depends on the time of the season and how much games you play in the season as well.
You know, Colin and his squad took a really tough loss to a Nebraska Westland Prairie Dog squad. And, you know, Colin, what did you see in that matchup that you guys played? Just a really, well, I said one player really sticked out when after I talked to Coach Fish after that matchup.
Yeah, that player, he was a Grand Champ 3. He wasn't the best mechanically, but he was consistent in everything that he did. You know, he had great control of the ball at all times. He always knew where to be, too, and that's so important. Is knowing where to be in threes is so crucial, and that way you can beat everybody to that ball.
Well said. 45 seconds remaining here in game one. Knights lead 2-0 with goals from Yurtsetsky and Crab early on. Oh, just off the wall. Bahama Mama going in for that one. Lewis and Clark trying to clear it out for the Knights. The general winning that 50-50, but a nice tap out by Crab. But CCG Pandas once there again. Just Knights defense really all over the place, but just performing well here. Crab with an aerial there. Yurtsetsky trying to set him up, but a nice clear out by Bahama Mama there. 14 seconds remaining here in game one of a best-of-7 series. Well, great defense by Yurtsetsky. Perfect place, perfect time there. Once again, this is the NECC Division 7 Midwest playoffs here. Defiance versus Wartburg in this matchup, and on the other side, we've got Carroll and Washataka. So Wartburg with a nice W here in game one. Here we got the scoreboard, Colin. What are you seeing from both sides?
Yeah, so what I see is score doesn't always necessarily mean who played the best in the game, you know. It comes down to who has the better touches, who's more consistent with the ball. You know, it could take just one person being there in the right moment to score that goal or to get that assist or to get that save, you know. So I don't look at score as an overall indicator of who's playing the best. It can sometimes mean that, but it doesn't always exactly turn out that way. What I saw overall in the game is both of Wartburg's goals were kind of open net goals. Setsky's score towards the end was an open net, and then that first goal that they had within that 1 minute, you know, Lewis and Clark passed it off the backboard to Crab, and it was just an open goal because Crab was so patient enough to wait for that ball while the other guy was getting behind him to demo him.
Yeah, and we saw with Yurtsetsky, had a nice demo there to convert on that wide open goal, but, you know, it's pretty balanced matchup. You saw those two saves by Yurtsetsky as well, really pivotal in that game one. So Knights leading the best-of-7 series 1-0 now, moving on to game two here. Defiance winning. Tip it a Crab with a nice clear, but Bahama Mama right there on the attack for Defiance. The general clearing out 4 minutes and 38 seconds here remaining. Bahama Mama and Crab going after it. Lewis Clark with an aerial there, going in for it. So we've got Defiance College out of Ohio, the Yellow Jackets. So the purple and yellow colors, and for your Wartburg Knights, the orange and black here. Crab with a 50-50 general running into that one. Fly up the wall, Bahama Mama with an aerial, but far left on that goal attempt. The general on the offensive attack again. CCG Pandas. Ah, dang it. An open goal there for CCG Pandas, and he converts for the Yellow Jackets. Colin, what'd you see on that one? Just wrong place, wrong time for...
I think it went right behind Crab, and Crab had no momentum to get to that ball. I think if Crab rotated more back post and took a little bit longer to get there, he could have had that save. He was also relying on his teammate Setsky to get that block and contest that shot, but that did not happen.
So you hit off the wall by your Setsky, but the general clearing that one out for the Yellow Jackets. No Knights car in the vicinity on that one. The general on the offensive attack again, but Crab putting it up. Knights playing steady defense now. Crab going for the clear out, but the Bahama Mama's right there. Wins the 50-50 there. The general climbing the wall. Lewis and Clark on the move again.
That's a great bump by Lewis and Clark. It gives them a perfect amount of time for Crab to get that ball.
Crab gaining possession after that. Volley by the CCG Pandas with a nice shot attempt. A great defense by Crab once again. In goal. Another save there by Crab. Crab with 3 saves here early on in game 2. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in game 2. Nice clear out there by the Knights. The general there once again with the Crab on the offensive attack. Throws it up, but Yursetsky there, but another Yellow Jacket car there. But a wide open goal for Lewis and Clark, and he converts. Great team play. Great offensive play there by the Knights.
Yep, they had that double commit on Setsky's shot right there. That caused that open goal. If they were communicating and only one of them said that they were going, that probably would have been saved.
Honestly, one moment led to the other there. Crab hitting it up. Yursetsky attracting 2 Yellow Jacket cars, and then Lewis and Clark putting it into the goal. Knights now tied up at 1. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in game 2. Set up off the wall there, but a nice clear out by Crab. Dribbling it up, Bahama Mama there to interrupt. The demo there, Bahama Mama taking out a Knights car. The general on the attack again. Yursetsky waiting for that one, but another save here by Crab. Colin, what are we seeing with Crab here? What is his strategy? He's got 4 saves here early on here in game 2. What is he doing to make this a real solid pivotal attack for the Knights defensively?
He's waiting for the opponent to make the shot. It's so important to Rocket League to not always force yourself towards that ball, because it's so hard to react when you're so close to the ball. If you let the opponent take that shot, make the play, then you're able to... Is that pinched off?
Santa Maria! Oh my gosh, that's full court.
Yeah, so for that right there is a pinch between Lewis and Clark and Crab.
Oh my gosh.
Typically, that doesn't happen very often. Sometimes we go for it when we're on our side. We yell out pinch. It's not always yelled out, but we try to do it sometimes. And as we see right here, it worked.
Unreal. What a shot there by Lewis and Clark. That ball looked like it was going to hit the top bar and rim out, but oh my gosh, what a shot. Knights now lead 2-1 here. Shy of 2 minutes. Oh, just off the right crossbar there. Oh, and a great save there by Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark with 2 goals, 2 saves here. Crab with 4 saves. So Knights 6 total saves here with 1:40 left. Bahama Mama climbing up for an area. Lewis and Clark trying to gain possession, but Yursetsky pushing it closer towards the Knights' goal, but CCG Pandas clearing out. Crab there once again defensively. Lewis and Clark climbing up with a nice aerial just over Bahama Mama on the attack there. CCG Pandas there with a wide open goal, but Crab's there once again. 5 saves now for him here in game 2. Crab defensively has been phenomenal here for the Knights. Yursetsky with the offensive push. The general there to intercept. Oh, wow, what a save. Two Yellow Jacket cars going for that one at the same time, just interrupting one each other. That ball just bouncing left, just shy of the goal. 50 seconds remaining here in game 2. Oh my gosh, what a save! Crab with 6 saves now. Holy, Colin, how is that not a goal? Is it just right inside?
Yeah, so for it to be a goal, the entire ball has to go inside the goal. So that's why when you see the ball just on the edge of the goal, half of it's dark, kind of like hidden, and the other half is still the same normal ball. So once the ball fully crosses the plane, that's when it explodes, and that's when it's considered a goal.
So that ball for the Yellow Jackets not fully crossing the line for the goal there, but Crab on the offensive push. Crab with 1 assist and 6 saves. Defensively wise has been so sound. Lewis and Clark, 2 goals on 2 shots, 3 saves. And then Srsetski as well, applying that pressure defensively and offensively, both sides. Bahama Mama going in for a goal. Oh, what a save by Crab. We've hit 0 seconds, so the ball must hit, and wow, what a win for the Knights here in Game 2. Crab, 7 saves, Colin. Overall as a team, 10 saves there in Game 2. What did the Knights do defensively that was so efficient?
Yeah, I think they played good defensive rotations. They didn't double commit. They took their time rotating instead of just rushing everything and piling everything up. What I think this kind of represents is that how often Wartburg was on defense this game, though. I think we were lucky to have 2 goals, especially one of them coming from our own defensive side. You know, if you look at the shots there, they have a total of 12 shots for Defiance and 0 goals, or they had 1 goal. 1 goal. That is not a good turnout rate, and I think we got lucky on some of those saves, but we definitely need to get out of defense, find those passes to relieve that pressure.
Yeah, that turnout rate, 1 for, I think it was 1 for 12 there in Game 2 for Defiance there. So offensively, you know, they're getting the shots, but, you know, the Knights defense intercepting on 10 of those 12 goal attempts. So moving on to Game 3, Knights lead 2-0 here in Game 3. Lewis and Clark with intercepting there with Bahama Mama. Going in for the flight, and nice intercept there by Crab. Lewis and Clark. Crab going up for the aerial once again, and gets another save there. Lewis and Clark with a nice clear out. Missed opportunity there by CCG Pandas. On the aerial there, nice. Lewis and Clark off the wall, trying to set up, and it's a goal. Top right crossbar. You couldn't have put it in a better place, Srsetski there.
As you see, 2 of their players had no boost whatsoever, so that's why they were playing so slow and not being able to get to that ball. And Srsetski was able to capitalize on that and get the goal. That
top right crossbar, you couldn't have put it perfectly on that. It's kind of just aimed perfectly and shot. So efficient on that one. And General with 1 shot here, trying on to attack for the Yellow Jackets here. Crab intercepting. 1 save here early on for Crab, just a minute in. Yeah, Srsetski with that early goal. Overall, the Knights, as a team, have been playing phenomenally, both offensively and defensively together here. Knights barricading that goal. Crab with a nice clear out. Bahama Mama there. Lewis and Clark there. The nice put up, going in for the aerial off the wall. Srsetski there, but a great defensive play there by the Yellow Jackets. Bahama Mama intercepting Crab there. The General going in for the aerial off the wall, as well as CCG Pandas here. Crab with a nice clear out for the Knights. Open goal for the Knights here. And it's good. Crab, what a shot. You know, that was kind of put up by him and then converting himself there. I know you've really talked about Crab. Crab's really good in the air. So yeah, it's really just, it's unreal. You know, what's that play that you usually, your double flip reset? Is that what your flip reset? That's what it is.
Yeah, that was not a flip reset. That was just a double tap.
Oh no, I'm just talking about your moves, Colin. You've been trying to master the flip reset.
I've been trying to master the flip reset, but Crab can also do a flip. Crab can do a flip reset musty. He's so good mechanically. He puts a lot of time into it, as we see. It translates to the game, but sometimes you see Crab trying to go off the wall, and Defiance is there right away to block him. That is so important, to not let the good mechanical guys have time with that ball. And that's what my team tried to do against our other guys in the playoffs, and it just didn't work out like that.
The Knights working so effectively well together. Crab trying to go off the wall to set up one of his teammates there, but interception there by CCG Pandas to keep him from the offensive attack. Lewis and Clark getting back on defense there. CCG Pandas with a nice goal there. Oh, looks like Lewis and Clark just got a little too high in the air to intercept that one defensively. I'll jump there up for an aerial.
Yeah, and, you know, probably Lewis and Clark thought that it was either on goal or it was going to go way over him. You know, I think sometimes you can just let the ball go over you and then play it off the wall.
2-1 here with 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. Knights lead 2-1 here in game 3. Early offensive start. Scores for the Knights from Yursetsky and Crab. Then the lone goal for the Yellow Jackets from CCG Pandas. Interception there. Crab going in for it, but a nice defensive play by Bahama Mama there. Houston Clark on the attack again. All 3 Yellow Jacket cars back on defense. Knights' offensive pressure has been very good, but, you know, it's just, whoa, nice tap in there. Oh, really nice dribble there.
Yeah, and the reason that happened is because Defiance, this 50 right there, Defiance stayed lower, and so that ball would not pop up. And SETI went for the higher 50, which ended up not working out. And then the other guy just took great control of that ball and put it right around Crab.
Really nice play there by CCG Pandas, scoring both of the goals here for the Yellow Jackets here in game 3. CCG Pandas on the attack, 2 goals on 3 shots, 1 save for CCG Pandas, and another phenomenal save by the Knights. CCG Pandas on the attack, Crab intercepting there, trying to clear it out, but a nice aerial there by the general. Bahama Mama going in for that one. Crab over, runs it, and Yursetsky gaining possession for the Knights. CCG Pandas intercepting that one once again. Houston Clark trying to attack the general, intercepting that one. 2 Knights cars in the box, playing really good defense. Nice clear out defense leave there by the Knights, by Lewis and Clark there. Yursetsky flying into that one. The nice tap in there, but Bahama Mama intercepting that one. 1 minute remaining here in game 3, tied at 2. In the overall series, Knights have the 2-0 lead after winning game 1 and game 2. Yursetsky going for it. Oh, just off the right side. The general going in for an aerial, trying to clear it out. The Crab there. Once again, Lewis and Clark flying in, and a nice shot, and boom, what a demo there. Setting up that goal, Lewis and Clark. What a play by the Knights there, Colin.
Yeah, and what's really important is that Crab went into the goal to demo their last man back, leaving it wide open for Lewis and Clark to clean up that.
You know, you couldn't have set that up perfectly. Crab, so smart, taking that car out for the Yellow Jackets, and Lewis and Clark converting. You know, how much speed boost do you need to take out the car? Does it matter how much, or is it full speed? What's the main
It's
thing you
based
need?
off full speed, so as long as you're going supersonic, and that's when, like, you have a trail behind your wheels, and the like the screen kind of gets like have white lines on it, that is when you're able to demo them. And you don't necessarily need boost. As long as you wave dash onto the ground and put yourself in a faster position, you're able to get the demo.
Nice defensively. 8 seconds left. Ah, and wow, CCG Pandas now up to the hat trick here in game 3. Nice defensively. You know, Yursetsky hit that one up, and then bad timing there by Crab, just jumping a little early on that one, and CCG Pandas converting with 9 seconds remaining here. You know, if no one scores here within the 9 seconds, it will go to sudden death, and all cars will reset before they go. But once it hits 0, the ball must touch the ground before we go into sudden death. And we are going, oh, the ball's still up in the air. General still keeping it up. Knights trying to hit it down. Lewis and Clark hitting it off the wall. Still a live ball, but we have moving on now to sudden death. Yellow Jackets and the Knights tied up at 3 here in game 3. Yursetsky winning the tip. General popping it up for one of his teammates. You know, we've seen both teams really do that to try to set up their teammates in the long way, but a nice demo there. Crab on the ball. Yursetsky trying to gain possession, climbing up the wall. 1 car back. Nice setup there. Oh, nice demo there by Lewis and Clark flying in. Crab trying to reset here. Lewis and Clark flying in. Yursetsky on that one. Lewis and Clark, oh, just to the left. Bahama Mama with nice defense for the Yellow Jackets. Crab flying in there off the top. All 3 cars back, and a wide open goal for Lewis and Clark. Boom! 40 seconds into sudden death. Lewis and Clark capitalizes on a nice setup there by Crab. You know, I don't know, Bahama Mama and CCG Pandas just really just a little communication mix up there. Both cars flying above, and Lewis and Clark converting. Knights now up 3-0. So, Colin, what did you see there at the end there? You know, both cars for the Yellow Jackets flying up there. Missed opportunity for them. Is that just a miscommunication thing that happened, or what do you think happened in that scenario?
Yeah, I think Bahama Mama, he didn't have a lot of boost. He was sitting complacent in goal. He wasn't really moving, so he had no momentum to get him up to that ball. So he kind of had to wait for it to come to him. And then the general was just coming off the wall, but he was not fast enough. He didn't have the boost either, and they both missed the ball, and it just left it wide open for Lewis and Clark to clean up.
Saw CCG Pandas the standout for Defiance there. All 3 goals there. 577 overall score on 5 shots. 40 touches for both the General and CCG Pandas. Bahama Mama with a low score on 3 shots. You know, the Knights all around have just been very, very effective so far. You know, all around, defensively wise, we've seen the Crab. We saw that huge highlight from him, that game setting up. Got a 2-minute timeout here. 2-minute timeout. We're going to highlight some stats here, but, you know, it's huge. Lewis and Clark, the star performer there in Game 3, but, you know, those little things that Strzecki did and that Crab did to really set up both of his teammates there. But Cullen, going forward, you know, best of 7 now. Knights up 3-0. You know, what is their next steps to seal the deal here?
Not to be complacent, you know. Keep the gas, or keep your foot on that gas pedal. Don't start playing differently just because you're up 3-0. Play it like it's game 1 or you're down. You need to keep on applying the pressure and keep on playing the same game to keep on winning.
And just like Colin said, you got to keep on playing the game they are playing, and they, you know, offensively, defensively, they're strategizing really well early on here. You know, we've just got an update from Wolfpack against Carroll University. Carroll up 3-0 in the best of 7. Carroll winning game 1 2-1, game 2 4-3, and game 3 5-1. Once again, we are at a 2-minute timeout. There maybe be some strategies talking, and the other side for Defiance, you know, it's, you know, just playoffs are huge here for the NECC Division 7 Midwest playoffs. You know, semifinals are huge, and, you know, no matter the division of what you're playing in, it's huge. And esports, it keeps on evolving, and it's really just amazing. Oh, wow. Shout out to Chris once again for our series stats here. You know, I've never seen this when I've commentated, but just starting off with Defiance, you know, Colin, what are you seeing from them so far? Are we seeing CCG Pandas as their standout so far here through 3 games?
Yeah, so these are just the averages. As we can see, we obviously average more goals, average more assists. What's crazy is that we're even averaging more saves than them, and that is obviously makes sense, but we keep on winning. We find ways that when we're on offense to capitalize on the shots, while Defiance is having trouble finding the back of the goal.
You know, we saw there in game 2, you know, Defiance had so many more shot attempts than the Knights. You know, 7 saves for Crab, 3 saves combined between Strzecki and Lewis and Clark as well. So game 4 getting started here. The 2-minute timeout just concluding. And what a start for the Knights right away. Strzecki capitalizing. Not 17 seconds in. We're already seeing the Knights on the board. What a start. Offense early. You know, CCG Pandas just missed jumping that one there, but, you know, it's a great start for the Knights. You know, with their boost resetting, do you see the supersonic being used right away a lot of the time when it resets at 33? It just kind of depends on the strategy that you're playing, Colin.
So when you're going for kickoff, it's important to go supersonic towards the ball and flip into it. You don't want to be too slow to the ball and get beat by the other team. As for the other players, you typically go for you either cheat up to get that first 50, or you go for a bigger boost, so then that way you have 100 boosts to start the game, or to start that next play.
So Knights up 1-0 here. Strzecki with an early goal there. But, you know, the Supersonic, a huge ability for these Rocket League cars, managing her aerials. You see the General using a lot of his boost there. On an aerial, Bahama Mama on the offensive attack there, but 3 Knight cars back on defense once again, just playing unreal defense. You know, Crab going up for an aerial there, trying to clear it out. The General moving it on the other side. Bahama Mama on the offensive attack, but a nice save there by Crab. Strzecki, another save there by Strzecki now with 2 saves here in game 4. Lewis and Clark quiet here so far in game 4, but you know the quiet players are usually the ones that just absolutely go off in the end. Crab on the attack again. Lewis and Clark with a nice touch there to try to set it up for Strzecki, and Knights on the attack now. Bahama Mama trying to set it up. Strzecki there. Lewis and Clark. Oh, nice interception there by CCG Pandas. Knights trying to get back. Crab with a 50-50 there. Yursetski back on the offensive push. The General having to get back for the Yellow Jackets here. Scott, what do the Yellow Jackets have to do to get back into this one?
Yeah, you know, they took that little timeout to probably talk about game plan, talk about what they're going to do next. If I'm Defiance in that timeout, I'm talking about putting pressure when they're on offense, you know. Letting Wartburg not break out of that defense is crucial, especially when Crab is taking it up that wall. You need to pressure him right away, otherwise he's going to capitalize in the air. Also, just finishing your shot. After you take the shot, you need to rotate through the Wartburg's goal and look for a demo, and yet they have yet to do that.
No, the rotation things. Though, and wow, CCG Pandas missed timing that shot opportunity. Crab with a nice clear out. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in Game 4. Knights lead the series 3-0. A win here would end it and then send the Knights to the Division 7 NECC Midwest playoffs. And we haven't heard an update, but Carroll is leading the Wolfpack 3-0 on the other side of the bracket. Just under 2 minutes now remaining here in Game 4. Knights leading 1-0. Yursetski applying all the stats here in Game 4 so far. 2 saves, 1 goal early on, right away. Not just 15 seconds in, and a demo there. Sending a car out. Lewis and Clark just missing that one, trying to climb up. Crab going in for but a nice clear up by CCG Pandas. Minute 31 remaining here in Game 4. Lewis and Clark on the attack. Knights defense has just been outstanding here so far, Colin.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to the little touches, the little passes to each other. You know, if you just boom the ball out of defense every single time, you're going to constantly be on defense because the other team will take advantage of that and put the offensive pressure back on. So the Knights are doing a great job of getting out of defense these past 3 games, and it's obviously working out.
Unreal demo there by Lewis and Clark, just coming out of nowhere. You know, on the offensive attack, not converting there, but just out of nowhere. You know, that supersonic speed boost can do a lot of things for you, both offensively and defensively. 50 seconds remaining here in Game 4. Knights lead 1-0. Bahama Mama on the attack here for. And a nice save there by Crab. 38 seconds remaining here in Game 4. Nice clear out there by Yursetski. CCG Pandas with a nice save there. Yellow Jackets trying to get on the attack, but Knights defense just unrelentless all the time. Yursetski with a aerial there. CCG Pandas on the attack, centering up by CCG Pandas for Bahama the Mama. But Lewis and Clark there intercepting again. 15 seconds remaining here in Game 4. 10 seconds remaining here. Crab with the climb, trying to just keep it up in the air. Bahama Mama, CCG Pandas flying in. Far left. Crab hitting the ball. Ball still up in the air. CCG Pandas trying to keep it up for the Yellow Jackets. Lewis and Clark trying to hit it down. And that's the game. Knights 4-0 sweep here in the semifinals. Unreal, Colin. Unreal.
You know, I have to agree. I believe that the reason why Wartburg won every single game is because they did such a good job of not double committing to those balls. As we saw in that last game, the Defiance was just constantly 2 players were going to the exact same ball every single time, and that puts people out of rotation. I think Wartburg did a great job of communicating, while Defiance looked like they were not communicating at all.
You know, you saw those little things, just like you said, the double teams that we saw, the little things that really were key in that 4-game sweep for the Knights. Crab's demo that he had, setting up Lewis and Clark's goal. Yursetski applying huge pressure and defensively there in that last game. 2 saves for him and that lone goal that he scored, winning Game 4 1-0. But we've got the overall series stats here. Knights sweeping the Defiance Yellow Jackets 4-0 here, you know. On the Wartburg side, Crab leading the way with an average score of 434. Lewis and Clark 400. Yursetski 254.5. You know, Lewis and Clark averaging 1 goal a game, 0.5. Now, come on in, Crab. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get a post-game interview with some of the guys here. But, man, what a W. What a W. So, we got Crab. We got Crab here. We got all the boys here after that dominant win against the Yellow Jackets here, you know. So, going into this, you know, Defiance 7-0. What'd you guys kind of plan going into this matchup?
Win. That's it. Just to win.
Straight up to win, you know. We saw a lot of those little things that you guys did well. You know, we saw with your demo in the goal that set up Lewis and Clark's goal there. So what little things did you guys do throughout these 4 games that really set you up for this championship match coming up?
We just played simple, made sure not to panic, and just kept playing our game.
Amen. You know, we're just looking up your series stats here. You know, CCG Pandas really was kind of their scorer. You know, Bahama Mama and the General not averaging over 200. And then all of us, we got Crab, Lewis, and Clark over 400. Then Yursetsky, that dog that last game. 1 goal, 2 saves, clinching that 4-0 sweep. But, you know, we've got I don't know if we haven't. Chris, do we have an update yet from the other side? We're going to get that here shortly. But Carroll University was up 3-0 on the Washata Wolfpack. So we're going to get that update. Lewis and Clark's going to get on the mic now. We got a little cord tangled up, but, you know. So Lewis and Clark, what a series for you there, you know. Here, move your mic up a little bit so you can hear you. There you go. So, you know, a lot of things. Just hold it up to your face. But, you know, a lot of things that you really contributed well. So defensively, offensively, what do you think you really stuck out here this game?
Honestly, I think my teammates did a lot of the work there. If you let me look at the stats, I mean, I did score more goals than usual, but I think a lot of the stuff I mainly did was setting up my teammates. And actually, Setsky on that goal in the last game, I said, I might have an angle on this, and he just said, nah, I got it. He literally just, nah, I got it. And all I say is, I can't say the word on stream, but I was just like, wow. Like, this was just a fantastic shot by Seti. So
no, it's just the shot creation too by you guys. You know, that one goal that Seti had, that perfect top right corner shot. You couldn't have put that.
Yeah, that
perfectly.
one too. Like all I'm doing, I'm setting him up. He's put him in.
Yeah, and as I was saying in the very beginning, score does not necessarily mean who is the best player in that game. You know, sometimes the people with a lower score are the people that are taking those good touches, setting up their teammates for success.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 7 saves. No, I was going to get to that. Oh, my gosh. 12 shot attempts for the Yellow Jackets. 10 saves that matchup. No, Crab with 7 saves. No, it was Lewis Clark. You had 3 saves that game.
Seti somehow with 0. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. Seti, I don't know how you didn't have a save that
swear to
game.
God. But I think their shot quality is just real low. Unfortunately for them. But
we got Carroll. Wow. Semifinal sweeps from both sides of the bracket. So, wow, we're going to get Carroll versus the Knights December 5th after a festive Thanksgiving break for us here at Wartburg. You know, it's unreal. You know, we got the Division 7 Midwest Playoff Championship round coming to December 5th. No, Seti, got anything to say as a preview for this championship?
Champions. That's all we're doing. We're winning it. We're bringing it home.
You hear Seti? Seti's wanting to bring it home, but, you know, he's got the Pit Vipers on. He's got the shades on, locking in. You know, it's just a phenomenal game here for all 3 of these guys. Moving on to the championship against Carroll University out of Wisconsin. So that'll be after break. So it's been a great night of Rocket League. Colin, you got anything to say?
Yeah, Seti. So when Crab had that double tap over there, were you gonna score that if Crab didn't hit that?
No, just guarantee it. Yeah, it was going in no matter what.
Yeah, you're gonna hit that.
Just absolute.
I had faith in you. Crab took your goal away.
That's what I say. He took my goal.
Guarantee there, Captain Colin Brand of the Rocket League team trying to cause havoc with some of his teammates here. But, you know, I'll be here. I'll be here next Thursday, December 5th. We'll be back in action, and with Colin's season coming to a sad close, he'll be back with me on the mic. April. I know. April season will be here. But thanks for joining us here. Knights moving on to the championship of the Division 7 Midwest NECC playoffs. It's been my honor. My name is Landon Jepson alongside Colin Brandt and these amazing dogs that we have here on campus. We'll see you next Thursday, December 5th at 7:30. Have a great night, and thanks for tuning in.
got me through the night. Oh, you wanna admit I'm not made for this.